Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayflight 26BH travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to think about when you're parking. Leave plenty of room for your awning on your campsite. On your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. They're both going to be pretty close to your tires here. On your driver's side of your tow vehicle, water, power, so park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. Unit has a hand crank, right to bring it up, left to bring it down. Once you do have it level, next thing you're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit have these scissor stabilizing jacks and a hand crank with a 3/4 inch crank on it. I'm going to crank these down to the right. I am going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads will protect the feet of these from dirt and debris and keep them from sinking into the hot blacktop in summer. Get your 4-pack of those, run them down. Run these down just until they're taut. Once there's a resistance on your hand crank and it starts to feel like it's going to lift the unit, that's when you're going to want to stop. Remember, your unit is already level, you're just trying to stabilize it. So get all four of those down, you have your unit level and stable. We'll hook up your power and water. So your power cord stores inside, right above your rear tire on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So you just tuck it back up in there when you're done, or pull it back out. Now, should you need to plug into a 110, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer. Big long 30 amp cord there. There's your reducer in case you need to plug into a 110. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Let's start by grabbing a water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator comes with your convenience pack, will reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. I always use these when hooking up because you don't know what the water pressure is in different campsites. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is right around the corner here on the campsite. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in there. Get your plug back in there with some plumber's tape, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Plumber's tape around that, get that in there nice and snug, and then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a couple minutes, go inside, open up all of your water taps, get a nice steady flow of water going through everything. Then you can shut them off and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our potable water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You simply gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's the overflow valve right there. Or two on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it up. Don't leave it unattended. Once it is full, put this cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Do not turn on your water pump and hook to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp with power and water. We'll walk you around the rest of the unit. Continuing here on the off camp side. You got our big pass-through storage area. Stabilizing jack. Fluid for your furnace. A few things on that. One, steer clear of it when you run it. They do get pretty hot. They sell bug guards you can put over those, and make sure it's never blocked. Fresh water. Underneath that, freshwater drain. Low point drain over here. A vent for your hood range indoors. Again, your city water. Here's where you plug in your satellite or cable at the campsites. Access panel to the back of your fridge. Again, our power supply. Your 751 key will fit on this. This outdoor shower. And here's where you dump or wash out our tanks when leaving the campsite. We'll talk about that when dumping our black and gray tanks. No ladder here, but I do recommend you get up and check seams of your roof several times a year and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. On the back here, we do have a quick connect LP as well as Low point drains here. Again, our hot water heater. I'll send you a video showing how to set up your manual awning. This is all just storage here. Your spare tire. 110s and cable out here in case you want to set a TV outside. Got a couple of outdoor speakers and a porch light. Your awning again. More 110s here. Coming up front to your propane. Does have a cover. Pointed toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. And that turns green. You've got gas. Turns red. Fill it up. You can put this in the middle for an automatic switch over. I like going one tank at a time. That way I know when I run low. Well, it covers everything out here. Let's take a look on the inside. Okay, coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out, your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Over here is going to be your carbon monoxide and propane detector. And up on the wall here is going to be your control panel. So up here is where we'll check the level of your battery, fresh and black tanks. Check them all here. Water pump, that's where you turn that on here. Here's where you turn on your water heater. If hooked to gas, your water heater, if hooked to electric, it does make a difference. Interior and exterior lights. 12-volt hookup. Real quick, your table here. Remove those legs, your table will sit down onto this wooden lip with your flat cushions on top for another sleeping quarters. Prep for a TV here. If you hook a TV up, make sure that you have this green light on. That's going to be your antenna. You want to use that antenna also for your sound system. AM, FM, Bluetooth, really nice sound system. Come back into the bunk area. All your lighting's up here. So plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on the plumbing up underneath here. Come back into our shower area. You do have a hand crank open power exhaust vent here. Good lighting here. Coming out to our no cold fridge. Real simple. Auto means when you're hooked up, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. Move that over to gas. If that gas light is flashing, your gas is running low. 1 through 5 settings here. Breaker box of fuses. You got a ton of 15s in there and a couple of 40s or 20s, excuse me. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. We've got a self-explanatory microwave, light and fan. Down here, just turn that to light and hit your spark, and that's how all those light up. Same thing on your oven. Go inside, turn this to pilot light, hit your spark here. Make sure you see it lit before you turn it to the desired temperature. In the ceiling over here, we've got a smoke alarm. We've got your antenna. Make sure that is to the right for up, all the way to the left for down. This sofa here will jackknife down into another sleeping quarters. Which brings us back to our bedroom. Emergency exit window there. You are prepped for a TV here as well. And all your lighting is individual underneath here. Storage underneath the bed. That's access to the outdoors, so keep that in mind by make sure that your outdoor is locked. That about covers everything in here. It's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by shutting off my lights. Then I can walk through to see any other lights that I need to shut off. Our individuals that I've turned on. Bathroom was off, yes. Make sure your vent in your bathroom is closed. Once you have all those lights shut off, just come back, turn on your main lights, and we'll look around. Say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. All of your windows are closed, vents are closed. Everything's battened down and ready for travel. Shut off our light, exit the unit. Alright, coming out of the unit. Main thing I want to point out on these steps is to make sure that this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this piece here will catch on it when they come up. Cotter pin for these feet. Set that up inside here and lock that. That'll help keep that from banging up against your door here. Before we leave the dump station, we're going to lock, deadbolt, lift and turn that handle. That's how you want that handle for travel. Alright, if we are out dry camping, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. Come underneath our freshwater tank and dump our low point drain. When that's done, head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever you're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we'll unhook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be on the off-camp side, behind your tires, or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. A 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull that black handle. That's your black holding tank. That's going to be your sewage. Go inside, check the level of that black tank. If it shows empty or close to it, come back out here. Leave that black handle open. Grab the hose at the dump station and hook it up to the sewer flush. Again, with that handle open, turn that hose on, let that run for a good 5 minutes. You're going to wash that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained. And then close that black and pull your gray. Now while the grays are draining, come over to your hot water heater here. Lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, some hot water will probably come out. When that's done, push that back down. Then you can pull your drain plug. Again, being careful of the hot water. Head up front, dump your other low point drain. When that gray is done, close that gray up. Take your sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it in your bumper and head on home. Thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Jayflight for many years to come. Happy camping.